So in this lesson, we're going to be working with two sprites. And in order to do that, you have to have two sprites. So you're going to need to import them or create them. And since it's easier for us just to import them in the amount of time we have, I'd like you to import them. These two sprites are going to talk to each other. So one of the things is you're going to have to invert one of them so that they're facing each other. So I've chosen this one. It doesn't matter which one you choose. You go to costumes. We're going to edit. And if you look here when you're in your edit, you could put some glasses on them or add a mustache, all those kinds of things. That's great. But you can also flip or invert or change your sprite so it's facing in the other direction. You can just transpose it. So now I have my sprites and they can talk to each other. And what you're going to get to explore today is how to create a little digital short, a little tiny video um, that allows your sprites to converse. I'm not going to put in any conversation other than what's loaded in the program so that you can just see how it's done. But as you know, anywhere where there's a white space like here, um, that's a variable area and you can change it. So let's go to our first sprite, this one here, and we're in costumes. We're going to go to scripts. We're going to start with our space bar. We might want our sprite to be located in a certain area or be smaller. So that would be something we want to consider. I'm going to use my go-to again, and I'm going to want to put in the numbers for my sprite as my go-to. Um, so I'm going to do that. So now I have my control and I have my go-to. You're going to need to do the same thing with this sprite. So you've got to click on it. You're working with two sprites. You're going to want to start the same way. Um, you're going to want to get your motion, and I'm not going to do this one right now, but here we go. Put him in here. It's already set. Then we're going to go back to our other sprite and we're going to start talking. Now, these are a little big, but you can shrink them. You can do whatever you want. They're aliens. They're on the moon. I tried to get my story set up. So so if I move him and I move him and I click on my space bar, they go to their spots. So I check that. I'm always checking my programming. Then I'm going to go to the looks. And here is where it gets kind of interesting. So I can pull in some of these. This one says think, so I'm going to have my guy think for a second. So again, let's move them so you can see what happens. And I press this. And now I can have this guy over here. He's going to get to think something or say something. So he can say something like hello. That'll work for us right now. And oh, I'm going to try that again. So I'll move them and I'll move them and I'll hit the space bar. Oh, wait a second. That was happening at exactly the same time. So I might want to think about using my weight. Here it is. What if I move my weight in here? Let's try it again. Okay, so that's your start. That's some of what you can do. I would like to see you develop a story. So that's going to be your first job is you're going to need to use the story that you've developed and your characters are going to get to act it out.